Hank Langknecht, pastor of Christ the King Lutheran Church in Great Falls, Virginia. This is the first of a handful of videos that we're producing to talk through our decision to resume in-person worship at Christ the King. These videos will be available on the website and also will be sent out through social media. It was on March 15th that we last worshiped in the sanctuary together in person. It was a very small group, fewer than 20, I think, and because already we knew that the Commonwealth of Virginia was going to be going into a lockdown of public gatherings. We're now in phase 3 in Virginia of recovery. There have been a few spikes here and there, but we feel it's time that we can safely gather again for worship. This is not a sign that we are, quote, COVID comfortable. Not much has changed really since March in terms of the seriousness of the disease that COVID causes, and the ways that it is transmitted, and the risk that certain people have because of age or other physical characteristics. But we are better informed, and because of that better information, we now feel we have a way of orienting ourselves and gathering so that we can lower the risk and open up possibilities to resume our worship life. There are two main reasons why we want to begin to worship again together. The first is simply to be able to lay eyes on each other. We won't be able to touch, we won't be able to sing, we won't be able to read together in the ways that we normally do in worship, but we'll be able to make eye contact and see each other and greet each other. And that's important for humans and for Christians. The second reason is that gathering together in worship in person will allow us to receive the sacrament of Holy Communion, which we will do when we gather in person. For those of you who do not yet feel safe gathering again, we totally understand that. The Facebook Live service will continue in the same way that it has since March. We're going to do the live filming an hour earlier at 9 o'clock to make room for the in-person worship at 10:15. But other than that, the Facebook service will continue to provide the variety of music, preaching, hymn singing, and prayers that it has all along. In addition, for those who are willing to come out but don't want to be in a group of even as small as 30, we'll also be offering drive-up communion and also chapel communion, which will be for very small groups of people up to 5 or 6 people in the sanctuary. More information about those will be on one of the other videos. We've taken several pretty major steps in terms of safety and lowering the risk, primarily in airflow. We've replaced filters, we've opened up the intakes for outside air, and every time we gather in the sanctuary we will have doors open and fans blowing so that we can keep the air moving and thereby reduce the risk. Of course, we'll all be wearing masks all the time when we're inside together. We'll also have some cleaning protocols, hand sanitizer, and also cleaning that we'll do in between services. Worship will look a little different. There will be another video that will highlight some of the changes. But I just want to say here that there are some things we won't be able to do that we're used to doing when we worship together. But the worship team and Derek and I have worked hard to imagine what are some things that we can do that maybe we've never done before, that these limitations that we're under will make possible. And we're pretty excited to think of the ways that we can contribute to worship and participate in worship in new ways that we might find we want to hold on to even when worship returns to normal. At any rate, we're looking forward to seeing those of you who make reservations and wish to come in worship in person. Information about reservations has been put out through social media and on the website. Please sign up, and when you sign up, you'll also be asked to consider taking one of 8 volunteer jobs that every worship service will require. I hope you'll take that seriously so that our in-person worship can go as smoothly as possible. So thank you, and look forward to the other videos, and God's blessings on you.